Good day, everyone. I am Norhan K. Umang, and today I'll report about the implementation of the 1996 GRP-MNLF Final Peace Agreement. This topic is very important in understanding the efforts for peace in Mindanao. So, I am the reporter number 29 also. So, let's continue. The GRP-MNLF Peace Agreement is implemented into two stages or two phases. So, the peace agreement between the government of the Republic of the Philippines, or the GRP, and the Moro National Liberation Front was designed to be implemented into two phases or two stages. Meaning may dalawang hakbang ito para unti-unting ma-achieve yung peace sa Mindanao. So the phase 1 or the stage 1 is it covers 3 years or period between 1996 and 1999, which includes the number 1, the establishment of the Special Zone for Peace and Development, or the SDOPAD, and the Southern Philippine Council for Peace and Development, or the SPCPD, and the Consultative Assembly. In phase number 1, it was from 1996 to 1999. Sa phase na ito is na-establish ang SDOPAD and the at Consultative Assembly. Also, some MNLF fighters were integrated sa AFP and at PNP. So, ibig sabihin, sinama sila sa government forces para maka-work together for the peace. So, the number 2 is the joining of the MNLF elements with the Armed Forces of the Philippines or the AFP and the Philippine National Police. So, yun na. In pesto naman is nakafocus sa legal at political side, which is the inamend nila or binago nila ang Organic Act or the Republic Act of 6734 through the Congress. So, tapos may plebiscite or nagkaroon din sila ng public voting para malaman kung sino ang gusto sumali sa bagong autonomous region. So, the next one is, in phase number 2, the implementation of peace agreement involves the amendment or to repeal the Organic Act. O yun na yung sinabi ko na gi-repeal or gi-amend nila yung Republic Act na 6734 of the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao sa ARM, or dati is ARM, ngayon is BARM na, through congressional action, after which the amendatory law passed by the Congress and approved by the President shall be submitted to the people for approval in a plebiscite in the concerned areas. So ayun, nagkaroon sila ng plebiscite or voting sa public para matukoy din nila kung sino yung gustong sumali sa region. Or kung sino yung gustong sumali or makisali sa autonomous region, bagong autonomous region. So, the plebiscite will determine the establishment of a new autonomous government and the specific area of autonomy. So, ayun na, nagkaroon sila ng plebiscite or public voting para ma-determine nila kung sino or saan isasali yung kung sino yung sasali sa bagong autonomous region na yon. So in the Special Zone for Peace and Development or SDOPAD covered 14 provinces and 9 cities in the southern Philippines. Kasama na rito ang Silan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi at iba pa. So these areas were targeted kasi dito madalas ang conflict. Yes, and they were important in the peace building efforts. So the number 2 in the phase 2 is the establishment of a new regional autonomous government. The new area of autonomy shall be determined by the provinces and cities that will vote or choose to join the autonomy. So during the establishment of a new regional autonomous government or the regional autonomous government is na-determine nila through the voting, through the plebiscite of the people. So, for example is, yung sa Tawi-Tawi is nag-vote sila and also the Basilan. So, ito yung mga areas na na-cover ng Special Zone for Peace and Development in Southern Philippines. It covers the provinces of Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, Lanao del Norte, and Lanao del Sur, North Cotabato, South Cotabato, Maguindanao, Sultan Kudarat, Davao del Sur, Sarangani, and Palawan. So, nasali sila because dito madalas nagkakaroon ng conflict noon. So, I think so na hanggang ngayon pa rin, pero less than na. Hindi na gaya ng dati. And ito naman yung cities na nabilong doon. Number 1 is Cotabato, Dapitan, Dipolog, General Santos, Iligan, Marawi, Pagadian, Zamboanga, and Puerto Princesa. So, ito yung mga cities na nasali sa establishment kung saan naganap yung peace agreement. Or, nasali sila sa, nag-vote din sila sa pagkakaroon ng peace agreement sa Mindanao. So, the next one is the Southern Philippines Council for Peace and Development, or SPCPD, composed of one chairman, vice chairman, and one vice chairman, and 3 deputies representing the Muslim, the Christians, and the cultural communities. So, yung SPCPD is dapat mayroon one chairman, one vice chairman, and 3 mga deputies or yung mga representing nila from Muslims, Christians, and the cultural communities. The SPCPD is a transitory administrative arm under the control and supervision of the President. It has no governing or lawmaking power. Its main power and function is to take charge in promoting, monitoring, coordinating, and implementing the improvement of peace and order in the area. So, although SPCPD was under the President's control, under the President's supervision, is limited lang ang powers nila, which is hindi sila pwedeng gumawa ng sarili nilang batas, and their role was more on promoting, monitoring, and coordinating development projects sa area na yon, kung paano magkaroon ng improvement and peace order sa area na yon. So the 1996 GRP-MNLF peace agreement, however, partly solved the problem on armed conflict in Mindanao. The Philippine government is still confronted with another serious problem. So, the Philippine government is still confronted with another serious problem, which is the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, or the MILF, is not willing to compromise its demand for the establishment of an independent Islamic state in Mindanao. So, kahit na may peace agreement na itatag or nagkaroon na ng peace agreement, is nagkaroon pa rin ng another problem. Nagkaroon pa rin sila ng another problem, which is kahit na may peace agreement sa MNLF and GRP, is nagkaroon pa rin ng problem sa MILF, or the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, because MILF refused the agreement because gusto nila na totally independent Islamic state sila. Kaya nagpatuloy pa rin ng conflict sa ibang areas. So, sino nga ba ang ulo or leader ng MILF? So, let's dive into my video.
Ang unang tagapagtatag at commander ng Moro National Liberation Front o MNLF ay si Nor Miswari. Itinatag niya ang MNLF noong 1972 upang isulong ang kasarinlan ng mga Moro sa Mindanao at mga karatig na isla. Ang pamumuno ni Miswari ay nagkaroon ng mahalagang papel sa mga unang gawain ng grupo at sa mga negosasyon nito sa pamahalaan ng Pilipinas na nagresulta sa paglagda ng Tripoli Agreement noong 1976 at ng Final Peace Agreement noong taong 1976.
So, si Nur Miswari ang head or nag-establish ng MNLF or the Moro National Liberation Front. So, in conclusion, sorry, the 1996 GRP-MNLF peace agreement was a big step toward peace in Mindanao. Pero it wasn't perfect. While it reduced some conflicts, may mga groups pa rin na like MILF na hindi na satisfied. So it reminds us na peace building is a long and complex process. So I researched what is the importance of the MNLF. So I will read it. So the naging voice ng Moro people ang MNLF because sila yung kumakatawan sa mga hinanaing ng mga Moro laban sa diskriminasyon, kahirapan at kakulangan ng pagkilala sa kanilang kultura or sa ating rehiyon because we are the Moros. The number 2 is naging start of the peace dialogue din because dahil sa MNLF, napalitan ang gobyerno na napilitan ang gobyerno na makipag-usap at gumawa ng kasunduan or agreement. And in 1996 GRP-MNLF Peace Agreement ang naging unang seryosong hakbang ng gobyerno patungo sa kapayapaan sa Mindanao. And the other importance ng yung agreement is the foundation of the autonomy dahil sa pressure ng MNLF buo ang ARM or the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, ang unang opisyal na pagkilala sa self-governance ng mga Moro people. And other is naging peace and development projects. Naging daan ang MNLF para simulan ang mga development projects sa Mindanao tulad ng SZOPAD at SPCPD na tumutok sa edukasyon, kabuhayan at mga infrastructure sa Mindanao. So what is through ano nga ba ang MNLF? MNLF is a Moro National Liberation Front. Ito ay isang mga rebel group na binuo noong 1972 sa Mindanao. So pinamunuan ito ni Nur Miswari. So layunin ng MNLF ay makalaya ang mga Moro mula sa kontrol ng national government at magkaroon ng sariling gobyerno o self-rule. So what is the main point of the agreement? So the main point of the agreement is to end the armed conflict between the Philippines government and the Moro National Liberation Front by creating a peaceful and legal way to recognize the rights and identity of the Moro people, especially through autonomy, integration, and development in Mindanao. So that would be my report. Thank you.